Yo, what's up guys, welcome to CodingBot. In this video I'm going to show you how to develop a very simple nodejs application as a backend side, and then I'm going to show you how to build and Docker image by using your program nodejs application, and then I'm going to explain how to push your created Docker image to your Dockerhub repository. Before going to the video, make sure to subscribe for CodingBot. There are so many videos I have done on my channel, so that to watch all these things, make sure to subscribe for my channel and turn on the bell icon to get more updates in the future. Let's start. I'm in IntelliJ IDE environment, so you can use whatever the IDE you need, and I'm using in this case IntelliJ IDEA. You can use VS Code, WebStorms, anything the IDEA you prefer. So this is the project I have created. The project name is Docker. You can give whatever the project name you need. I will put a link on this video description. You can go to that GitHub link and clone the repository from my GitHub to your local PC. In there I will provide all the stuffs, controllers, models and routes, all this my simple nodejs application. I will provide all the stuffs on my GitHub repository. Go to that and take a clone. After taking a clone, you can see this documents. You can see these files, JavaScript files. In this case I'm using nodejs, as I said before, and this is my files. Controllers are here and model is here and the routes is here. I'm not going to explain the program guys, because in this video I'm going to focusing on how to build a Docker image, by using this nodejs application, and how to push that image to your Dockerhub, so that I'm not going to explain the program what I have developed in here. Simply, this is a application to add product and delete products, get product by ID, update product by giving the URL or passing the URL parameters. And this is the controller. You can see like these products not exist, and find product by ID, and update product and delete product. These are the functions. And in this case, this is the model class, the schema. Product schema is here. I'm going to give name and price. You can increase the product schema items in here if you need to increase these things. I'm using only two items, name and price. In these routes, I'm giving the routes by giving the slash. We can get all products and create a new product. ID, we have to pass the ID to find product by ID, and update product and delete product, right? And these are the routes, models and controllers. And here's the .env file. Inside this .env file, I think you have something some idea on nodejs applications or merge stack applications. .env file, we are using that to hide the sensitive data from our code base. This is the port address, and MongoDB use is admin, and MongoDB password is admin, MongoDB database in here. .env node.env is development, and gitignore file is to ignore whatever the files we should not need to pass to our GitHub repository. We are using a gitignore file to ignore the node modules, and we can ignore the .env file as well if you need. Then we can go to the app.js. This is the app.js, so the you can use somebody are using server.js as well. This is the server or the app. We are going to initialize all our files, all our routes, and DB connection is here. You can see require initdb. Initdb file is here. We are setting the DB connection to this server, and now I'm going to jump into the initdb. In here I'm connecting my nodejs application to the MongoDB Atlas or the MongoDB cloud. You can see MongoDB URL is here. If you are going to use MongoDB Atlas or the MongoDB cloud, you can go to the MongoDB Atlas and create an account, then create a database, and then create a cluster, and you can click on the connect button in there. I'm not going to demonstrate that things. You can give the URL in here, and process env MongoDB password. Make sure to change these things. In here we have to give the MongoDB user, which is coming from the .env file in here, MongoDB user, and process.env MongoDB password. This is the password, so you can give this admin. And nextly you have to change the thing process.env in mongodb database. I'm passing this thing by giving the dollar mark and two curly braces. Inside two curly braces, these are the only things we have to change in the mongodb URI. This is the ordinary mongodb URI which you can get from your mongodb atlas when you are going to connect your nodejs application to mongodb atlas. If you need, you can use localhost database as well, but this is Docker image. You are going to push that, so that I'm using cloud because localhost machine is not every time available. So this is the connection. We are passing new URL parser and new undefined topologies, and in this case I have given a console log to make sure that the MongoDB connection is success or not. Connection to database is failed in here, and connection to database is success. After running our nodejs application, we should get this server is running port, and port address is 3000. You can see, you can give whatever the port you need, 8080 or 5000, maybe 4041, maybe any port address you need, available port address. After running the application, we should see this server is running on port 3000 message console log on our console, and then we should see this connection to database is success log on our console. That's all about my explanation. After cloning the repository from my GitHub repository, you have to do some things. Let's go to the terminal, open up this terminal, and you can see here is a package.json file. You have to this will automatically come into your application, because I'm going to push all these stuffs what I have explained for now to my GitHub repository. You can get these things for sure. And start command is set, but we have not still installed packages which we need to run our nodejs application. Now I'm going to install my nodejs dependencies of the packages. npm install or npm I need express, and in this case make sure to give the internet connection to your computer, otherwise the download process will not be a successful one. And nextly I need to install .env. We can give all the dependencies in one line as well. Then I need http errors, and I need mongoose, and I need nodemon. Right, these packages are also installed to our node modules directory. Right now I'm going to test my application in my browser. Using my browser, you can type like localhost, not the port is 8080, user port address. In this case my port address is 3000, and /products to view all the products. In this case I can see some products in here because I have insert some data, JSON data to my cloud MongoDB Atlas cloud database. When you are firstly running your application, you cannot see anything like this. You only can see an empty array like this, in the browser. In this case it is showing because I have added some data to my MongoDB cloud. Right, I have created my Postman collection by giving a name like product management collection. Get all products is here. In this case I'm not using 8080 port. We have to use 3000 and send the request. Right, you can see the data which we in here. This data also in here as JSON format. Now I'm going to create a new product. Port address is 3000, and in the body case I'm going to give a product like iPhone Max, iPhone 10X is fine, price is 500. We can now send our request. You can see the data is inserted in here. Now we can check our product is added or not by running this URL. Right, our product is here, iPhone 10x, and now we can get a product by ID. This is the product ID. It is automatically generating according to my code. We can pass our ID in here because you can see in routes area, routes, where the routes, yeah, routes, product routes. We have to pass the IDE to get a product by ID. Find product by ID, we have to pass the ID. Now it's fine, we can send the request and the product is here. Now I'm going to delete this product, so let me before deleting we can update that. Product ID is here, update product. We can update the price to $1. Let's see, I have given 500 previously. Product is updated. Let's go to view all products. You can see the price is updated in here. Now I'm going to delete that product. I'm giving the product ID, port address is 3000, send the request. Product is deleted. Let's check that. Right, our application is working totally fine. No matter is there. Our APIs are working correctly. Also, I will put the link on the description to download this Postman API collection. Then you can open it inside Postman. Download this Postman application for Windows and Mac. It is available no matter the operating system. Now I have created this Dockerfile. I think in the clone repository you can take this Dockerfile as well. I will add this. In this case, in the top line we can see from node Alpine, we are taking the node image to our application to build our new Docker image by going to the Dockerhub, or else we can just search like nodejs Docker image, nodejs Docker image, press enter. We can check our Docker image in Dockerhub, nodejs Docker image. In that case there are so many options to use. In here you can see I have used this Alpine version. We have to give the version after this semicolon. Let me show you the Docker image page. Yeah, this is the Docker image, nodejs Docker image inside Dockerhub. You can take whatever the version you need, but I am recommending this Alpine version. It is a very good and very stable version. You can use any version, but this busty and bust versions are very heavy, and this is very lightweight and very stable version is Alpine. I am recommending you to take Alpine versions. In this case we are creating a working directory to build our Docker image. In this line we are copying our package.json to Docker image. You can see inside package.json here is the dependencies what we are using in our application. It is mentioning what are the things we are using for our project. In Dockerfile we have to add this package.json file, and in that case, next case I'm adding npm run yarn install. If you are using npm, you can add npm in here as well. I'm using yarn and I'm adding run yarn install. In next case we have to copy all these folders to the Docker image. For that I'm using this line. And in the next case we are using the port addresses mongo user, mongo password, mongo database, because we are using the cloud database mongodb atlas. I'm using that. Inside this .env file all these stuffs are initialized, so I'm copying this and I have added these things in here, and I'm exposing the port to 5000. You can add the port like 5000 in here, and I'm giving the command to start our Docker image, cmd npm start. This is the command, and like this we can write our Docker file. Docker file is essential to build a Docker image. Without that we cannot build a Docker image successfully. Right, I think you got the idea of a Docker file. It's alright, now we are good to go. In this step let me show you how to create or how to build the Docker image inside your local PC. Before doing that, you have to install Docker for your computer. It is available for Windows and Mac OS both. You can see I have started my Docker desktop application. Inside that, it is automatically running Docker daemon after starting this Docker desktop application. Make sure to check the status in here. The Docker engine should be running in here. If it is failed or stopped, you have to run it, otherwise you cannot work with Docker commands. Now I'm going to run and I'm going to check what are the Docker images is there inside our Docker images list. You can see the repositories are empty. There is no any Docker image. Now I'm going to run some commands to create our Docker image. I'm going to run this command, docker run -t. After this flag, we have to give a name for our Docker image. I'm giving like bot, and I'm giving the path bin sh. Just press enter. Right, now I'm going to check my Docker images and just press enter. You can see our images list is empty. There is no any Docker image. Now I'm going to give the command to build the Docker image using our nodejs backend application. Docker build, docker space build -t, and we should give a name for our application. Sorry for the Docker image. I'm giving CodingBot and space, and I'm giving a dot to add all files. You can see our Docker build command is running like this. It is wasting some times to some seconds to build the Docker image. In this case, make sure to give the internet connection for your computer. It is downloading some essential things and some other stuffs. Right, like this, after few minutes you can see our Docker image building process is finalized. Now we have to push our created Docker image to our Dockerhub repository. Before going to that, I'm going to check my Docker image by giving the previous command Docker images. You can see in here our Docker image is added to the repository. It is a local repository, not in the Dockerhub. It is a local one. CodingBot is the Docker image name before 5 minutes ago, and size is 224 megabytes. Right, now I'm going to add my Docker image to the Dockerhub. Before doing that, you have to go to the Dockerhub repository. Dockerhub. In this case, I have already logged into my Dockerhub account, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I have already logged into my Dockerhub Docker account, or the Dockerhub account. You can create an account by giving your username and passwords, and you can simply come into this dashboard. Inside here you can see some previous Docker images I have added to my Dockerhub. Now I'm going to add the new Docker image to my Dockerhub. To do that, we can give some commands. We have to build our image again before adding to the Dockerhub. Now I'm going to run this command, docker and build -t. We can give our username. My username is Dockerhub username is this one, and we have to give a name. I'm giving CodingBot, and we can give a tag in here, and I'm adding all these files. I'm building my Docker image again. Right after a few seconds it is finalizing. I'm going to check my Docker images again. You can see here is 2 images. Now I'm using this one, not this one, because in here I have added my Dockerhub usernames and other stuffs. And now I'm going to push my newly created Docker image to my Dockerhub. Docker space push. Now we have to give the repository name. I'm going to use this one, not this one. Second one, username, and the CodingBot, and the tag is version 1. Right, now we can push our Docker image to the Dockerhub. Make sure to give the internet connection again. It is uploading the files. You can see like this. I'm going to skip from here because it is taking few minutes again. Right, like this, after few minutes you can see our Docker image has pushed into the Dockerhub. Let's check it is there or not. Let me refresh my tab. Right, you can see our Docker image is here. That's 99 and CodingBot. This is my Docker image name. Version is 1. It's alright. Finally, now we are good to run our Docker image by using the Dockerhub repository. Let's give the command docker space run space -p. This is the bind port address. We are going to bind to the 5000 port from 3000 port. Previously, you can remember we used this 3000 port, but in this case we are using the Docker image from our Dockerhub. In that case, we are binding to 5000 port from 3000 port. Now we have to give the Docker image name. Give the Docker image name which is in here. That's our 99/CodingBot. 99/CodingBot. Now we have to give the tag or the version like this. Just press enter. It should run without any matter. Like we are lucky, service running on port 3000, but you think it will not run in 3000 because previously it is ran on 3000, but now it should run on 5000 because we have binded this port address to 5000. Connection to database is success. We are using MongoDB Atlas or the MongoDB cloud database. Let's check it is running or not. Localhost 3000/products. It should not work. It should not work. Right, we are fine. It should not work because the port address now is 5000. Let's see. Yeah, the 5000 is working properly. Let's go to the Postman. Now I'm going to get all products. Let's go to that API. This is the API to get all products. Let's send that request. It should show something error message. Yeah, could not send the request. Error connection and connection is refused. Let's check with the 5000 port. Yeah, now it's fine because we have binded our port address to 5000 from 3000. We are at the end of this video. I think you learned so many things through this video. We talked about a simple nodejs backend application by using nodejs, and we talked about the Dockerfile, and then we talked about how to build a Docker image locally, and then we talked about how to push your created Docker image to Dockerhub. Make sure to install Docker to your Windows or Mac OS computer, and make sure to create a Dockerhub account. It is free of charge. Make sure to subscribe for CodingBot and turn on the bell icon to get more updates in the future, and put a thumbs up if you learned something from this video, and share this video to your batchmates. I will meet you soon in the next video. Bye guys.